I'm super excited about today's sponsor. They've sponsored the podcast before, and this is a topic I'm super passionate about. I fear that us as girls struggle with PMS far more than we should, and we really shouldn't. I truly get the worst PMS symptoms. My boobs are sensitive, my face breaks out, my sugar controllings are out of whack. I feel like I'm just a bottomless pit. My mood is not the vibe, and Estro Control has been super helpful in helping manage those PMS symptoms and making that time of the month a lot more enjoyable. Estro Control is a formula developed by Happy Mammoth, a supplement company dedicated to making women's lives easier. Say no more. Estro Control contains science-backed herbal extracts that help support hormonal health, especially if you are someone like myself who struggles with PMS. It was created to help women feel like themselves all month long and to not struggle with the feelings PMS can cause. For a limited time, you can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use the code Alana at checkout. That's happymammoth.com and use the code Alana for 15% off today.
Introducing Carvana Value Tracker, where you can track your car's value over time and learn what's driving it. It might make you excited.
Whoa, didn't know my car was valued this high.
It might make you nervous.
Uh-oh, market's flooded. My car's value just dipped 2.3%.
It might make you optimistic.
Our low mileage is paying off. Our value's up.
And it might make you realistic.
Car prices haven't gone up in a couple weeks. Maybe it's time to sell.
But it will definitely make you an expert on your car's value. Carvana Value Tracker. Visit Carvana.com to start tracking your car's value today.
Celebrity voice impersonation not an endorsement. Why go to a single furniture store when you can go to Big Sandy Superstore? Shop and compare America's top 5 mattress brands, plus Nectar and Purple. And choose from over 22,000 in-stock appliances from the top brands at the guaranteed lowest price. Or furnish the room of your dreams with a large selection of American-built furniture. With financing plans for just about anyone, there's nowhere else quite like it. Big Sandy Superstore.
Hello, good morning, angels, and welcome back to Morning Ray. I'm your host, Lan or Alana, and to be honest, it kind of took me a while to figure out what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, but I was actually inspired by a really amazing episode I listened to on the What We Said podcast. It was titled something along the lines of How to Thrive in Your 20s, a similar title to like what I've probably ended up titling my podcast episode today. But I know I'm a bit younger than JC and Chelsea. However, I do think I'm a little more mature beyond my years. And so I decided, why not do an episode of How to Thrive in Your 20s? I feel like everyone is always asking me, like, how do you manage everything? How you look like you're thriving? Like, how are you doing it? Blah, 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 blah. Obviously, like, the grass is always greener on the other side. Like, things aren't always as they seem on socials, you know, like definitely still have my struggles, but I do feel like I'm thriving. And I feel like I do have like the first few years, I'm 23 of my 20s down pack. Like, I feel like I have a pretty good grip on the 20s era. So I took myself to Google Sheets and we outlined a really great episode. Well, I think it's really great. I hope you guys really like it. So this episode is going to be focused around like how to thrive in your 20s, like different things that you can do to like make your 20s like the decade that you learn and come into yourself and experience different things. Not going to give away too much of the bulk of the episode, but let's get into our weekly intention. And this is also, guys, I just really love What We Said. I love JC. I watch her on YouTube and everything. But my weekly intention is to be kinder to myself. And something JC said on the episode last week was that she decided to just like start learning how to love her body now and like practicing like manifestations and affirmations, saying things like, I am strong and toned. I love myself, like learning just like how to like change it and reframe. Like we're always talking about reframing on here, reframing her mindset and how she views herself and speaks to herself. So I've noticed I've been talking a bit meanly to myself lately, and I just want to work on speaking kinder to myself again and end that cycle of speaking badly. Obviously, we all have our insecurities and our downfalls, and not every single day is a good body image day, but I really want to encourage myself to have that positive narrative, to have that positive self-talk, and to just overall be kinder to myself, because I think the relationship you have with yourself and your body image and the way in which you respect yourself is how other people are going to respect you and view you. So I just want to speak kinder to myself. And the tip of the week, which I always love to correlate back to my weekly intention, if you are a newer listener, is to practice those positive affirmations and those manifestations that are focused around loving yourself, positive body image, that sort of thing. Kind of like what I mentioned, how JC has been practicing the manifestation of I am strong and toned. And she started to actually see it because she kept saying it to herself, and eventually she started to believe it. So practice those positive affirmations, those manifestations, and hopefully us together, we can start to speak kinder to ourselves. On to my current faves. They're kind of really random, but I feel like they go along with the theme of that Hot Girl Reset episode that I did a few weeks ago. And definitely have been on the health grind. I feel like I'm in a really good rhythm. I feel like I've been fueling my body really well. I feel really nourished. I've been getting my sleep schedule, guys, back into gear. I've been getting around 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. I've been going to bed by 10:30, 11 at latest. Getting that 7 hours, my Apple Health app, the sleep hour average per night has gone up, guys. I feel like I'm thriving over here. I feel so much more energized. I've also been taking, I guess this could be a current fave as well. I didn't write it down, but the Genuine Health sleep supplement. It has GABA, magnesium, melatonin, and some adaptogenic mushrooms in there, or adaptogens. Yeah, adaptogenic mushrooms. Wow. And I take 1 or 2 at night. And honestly, I just feel like the quality of my sleep has been elevated because I've never have had really issues falling asleep, knock on wood. But I just feel like it's been giving me a better quality of sleep. And clearly I've also been getting more sleep. So I really have been feeling a lot better. And I feel like I have so much more energy, and also in line with eating better meals, more balanced meals, more vegetables, more fruits. How I was eating when I was really health kick or whatever back at my parents'. I feel like since I've moved out, I haven't been I feel like I've been eating pretty healthy, but not how I used to. I don't know. I just feel better. But anyways, current faves, definitely the Genuine Health sleep supplement. Really awesome. And then chicken kebabs. Shayna and I made chicken kebabs 2 weeks ago at her apartment on the barbecue. Barbecue land is back in her era. We're back in barbecue land era. If you followed me last summer on socials, I always barbecued when I was living at home. Obviously, it's been a little bit different living in an apartment building because it's not I walk outside. I have to go up to the deck to barbecue, whatever. But we had chicken kebabs, and I forgot how much I like them. So I bought these chicken Slovaki. Is that how you Slovaki? I don't know how to say it. Slovaki, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say, whether I'm saying it right or wrong. I bought them from Loblaws, and they're pre-marinated. It was super easy. I would say the ones I got were a little bit salty. They were the President's Choice brand for my Canadians. Or maybe it's only Ontario. I don't know. But just having a coffee little ASMR moment. So I just put them on the barbecue, and I had it with some broccoli, which is another current fave, and some corn and rice and chef's kiss. So good. So I definitely want to be buying more chicken kebabs. Definitely a current fave. Broccoli, vegetables. I'm back in my vegetable era, really into it. green smoothies have definitely been a current fave. I don't know. I've just been craving green smoothies. Even when I go to Barry's, sometimes I would get the berries and brunch. But lately I've been into green Latifa. And even when I'm making my smoothies at home, I was like on a berry kick before, and now I'm definitely on my green smoothie grind. My OG green smoothie recipe, if you know, is spinach or kale, banana, mango. Make sure your banana and mango are frozen for like that super thick, creamy, and cold consistency. A scoop of almond butter, vanilla vegan protein. Really, really have been liking the Ritual one. You guys know I have the discount code with Ritual. I think it applies to the protein. This episode isn't sponsored by them, but I honestly really like it. I just finished my first bag of the vanilla plant-based protein from Ritual, and I need to actually order more. So you can use, I think it's ritual.com/Alana, ALLANA. And that's like the base for the smoothie. And then I'll either do water or some sort of nut milk. I really like the Elmhurst one right now. It is a bit pricier. I also got this like YoFit chickpea milk, and it has like, the ingredients are really good. Like there's not really any fillers or anything in it. And it has 10 grams of protein. So I'm interested in trying that. You know, I'm like trying out all the different milks, but I have been ordering soy milk in my coffee out. That is my new thing. And yeah, then sometimes in the green smoothie, I'll add in like powders and things. Oh, I also do collagen, always on my collagen kick. Love the Organica collagen. I think you can use, I'm giving you all these codes. I think you can use Summer Fun for 30% off. I think that code is still active, but it's just the Organica marine collagen is the one I'm using right now. I've also used the beauty collagen. But been loving green smoothies, doing spinach, mango, banana, almond butter, vegan vanilla protein, and collagen. And then sometimes I'll throw in things like maca or ashwagandha or chia seeds or cinnamon. So love my green smoothies. And I've also been back into running and lifting. I ran my first 5K of the summer / like in forever on Monday, I think I went, or Tuesday. And I'm going to actually go run after this. I'm going to run and lift. Lifting I'm also back into. I've been doing the Alive program. Whitney Simmons has like a 45-day challenge on the Alive app right now. And I've honestly really been liking it. I totally forgot that I had gotten like a year membership last December for 50% off, and I haven't been using it. And I said I would be, but you know, little Lan just totally forgot. So I've been doing the 45-day challenge and I really like it. I'm going to do the 3rd day today, and I'm kind of just like picking it up around like my workout classes. So really been into running and lifting, even though I've like run once, but I'm just like really back into it. I want to do it more. I miss it a lot. And it's just been really hot here in Toronto. So now that it's starting to cool off going into fall, which I'm a little sad about, but I'm happy that it's cooling off. I can run a bit more. And yeah, so those are my current faves. Let's get into how to thrive in your 20s. And I feel like a lot of these things I've like mentioned throughout all my different episodes that I've had on Morning Ray so far, but this is kind of like just a condensed version. We've not condensed, but like everything is in one place. And I think there'll be some really good takeaways. If you are sitting at home, maybe pull out a notebook or something. If you're on your hot girl walk, maybe open up the notes app and have it ready if you want to jot some things down for yourself. But this is definitely going to be a good one. I feel really good about this. So number 1, how to thrive in your 20s. I think it's really important to set routines for yourself. You know, in your 20s, you're probably starting to live on your own for the first time. Maybe it's your first time living on your own outside of university or college. And it's also a lot of our first times like not being in school and starting a job, or maybe things are kind of like all over the place and we're in between schools. Maybe we're in between our undergrad into our master's or PhD, or maybe we're like unsure of like what we're doing. So we're kind of just doing like a miscellaneous job right now. And we might not have a super set routine, but I think it's important to set routines for ourselves so that we can set ourselves up for success. You guys know I'm a huge advocate for routines, especially when it comes to your morning routine. I really think it helps set up your day and everything. It really helps set up your mind and body, and it just like gets you into a good rhythm. Oh, wow. I can't speak. It gets you into a good rhythm. Oh, why can't I say rhythm? Oh my God. It gets you, setting a routine gets you into a good rhythm. And I don't know, I just feel so much more productive and efficient when I have a routine. I feel like I'm able to take on whatever other tasks come to me throughout the day, whether it be with work or if I have a bunch of events or plans or errands that I'm running. If I have a good routine, I know that I'm feeling good. And this isn't necessarily just like a morning routine. Get into the good habits of also like caring for yourself and your space. So like if you're living in an apartment or a condo or a townhouse, or even if you're living at home and it's just like your bedroom at your parents' place, like get into the good habit of caring for yourself and your space. Think like laundry, like maybe Thursdays are your laundry day, and Thursdays are your laundry day for like your clothes, and then Saturdays are for your towels, and maybe Sundays are for your bed linen, something like that. And then maybe get into a routine of when you do a deep clean of your entire space, like the kitchen, the bathroom, the floors, dusting, wiping down surfaces, etc. Maybe that's broken down between Saturday and Sunday. And then grocery shopping, like when are you going to do your groceries every week? Is it like a Monday thing? You go Monday evening after work? Is it a Sunday thing? Like get into a routine of when you do these things. I know growing up, we always did the sheets and the towels, like bed linen and towels on a Thursday. And then I think we also like, we just everything, like Thursday was the wash day. Like that's when we washed everything. And we would do grocery shopping. By we, I mean my parents, but a lot of times I did go with them. On Saturday mornings, we would do the grocery shopping, you know, get into a routine for yourself, like make yourself a little schedule, like kind of how at school you have a timetable, like make yourself like a little schedule for the things you got to do, all the adulting, the #adulting stuff. And it will help you stay on top of it, and you'll feel so much better. You won't be stressed about, okay, when am I going to fit in this cleaning my apartment, when I'm going to fit in watering my plants, doing my laundry, doing my grocery shopping. You'll just like know, and you'll set aside time and kind of schedule the rest of your life around that. Obviously, you can be flexible certain moments, but you'll know what days are outlined for those activities. Then, as always, I always say like schedule in your workouts, like plan your workouts in, sit down on a Sunday, think, okay, what workouts do I want to do this week? What classes do I want to do? Am I going to work out in the morning? And am I going to work out in the evening? Figure out what works best for you and schedule it in, write it in your planner, put it in your Google Calendar, your Apple Calendar, whatever works for you, plan it out. And then the same goes for meal planning. You guys know last week, my goal was to plan out what recipes I wanted to do, like pick 2 to 3 recipes that I'm going to make for lunch/dinner, 2 things that I'm going to be making for breakfast for the week, and then writing out the groceries that I need for that so that I can then go grocery shopping. I found a super great digital meal planner on Etsy, and it's in my links on my Instagram at Alana Bloomberg, ALLANABLUMBERG. It's always linked in the description. But that has honestly been super helpful. And it's not only been helpful in the sense that it's helped me feel more on top of like, what am I going to make for my meals? I'm not like in this like rut. It's also made me excited about meals, but it's also cost efficient. And I think it helps save money, you know, in your 20s, you're just like getting your career off the grounds. Like it's the very beginning, like your disposable income isn't as like high as your parents is, or if you're living at home, you know, sort of thing. So it helps you be a bit more cost effective and smart in how you're spending your money. And then lastly, in terms of setting a routine for yourself, fix that sleep pattern. Like, you know, when you're younger, your mom and your dad are like, okay, like it's time to go to bed, like at X time, like so you can wake up tomorrow and you're going to wake up tomorrow at 7, I'll wake you up. And you like they like give you those 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep at night, like kind of parent yourself, baby yourself. And it does feel kind of stupid, but like sleep is really important. And I think everyone focuses so much on like what they're eating and how they're moving and, you know, like having clean beauty products and stuff like that, but they forget, and like journaling and everything, like the mental and physical health, but they totally forget about the sleep part of the physical health and mental health. And sleep is so important because that's when your body repairs itself. It's when it detoxifies. If you don't get enough sleep, like your brain doesn't have enough time to, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but you get what I'm saying. Like sleep is really important. And I think it's a really underrated contributing factor of your level of health, and ensuring that you're getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, 7 to 9 hours of high quality sleep a night is really, really important. So get into that routine of going to bed and waking up around the same time every day, and your body will get into this rhythm. It's a circadian rhythm, and it will become easier to go to bed and wake up at those times. And I can confidently say that even just after a week of doing it, I feel so much better. Like yesterday, my sleep schedule was a little off because I had an event and everything after work. And like, that's totally normal and it happens, but I can definitely notice a difference in how I feel today. So definitely encourage yourself to be routine with your sleep pattern. I want to say like 5 out of 7 days of the week, like really try to encourage yourself to go to bed and wake up around the same time. Really wind down before bed, read before bed, journal before bed. Don't be scrolling on TikTok or on Instagram or different social media platforms, you know. Really ensure you're getting good quality sleep, and I promise you will feel so much better and you will thrive from that alone. If you take anything, get enough sleep, like do it. Like sleep is important. So number 1, to thrive in your 20s, set a routine for yourself, get into good habits of caring for yourself and your space, whether it be your laundry, your cleaning, grocery shopping, workouts, meal planning, sleeping, sleep schedule. Set a routine for yourself. Number 2, to how to thrive in your 20s is to say yes and challenge yourself. I just need to have a sip of coffee. My throat is getting dry.
Being super busy can make it really easy to fall into a dinner time recipe rut, or even with your lunches. Any meal, honestly, can get you into a rut, especially with a busy schedule this fall. You can keep mealtime exciting with over 40 recipes to choose from every single week, so there's always something delicious to discover with HelloFresh. It's truly a no-brainer. It does all the shopping and meal planning for you. Ingredients arrive at your doorstep, pre-proportioned and ready to cook, along with pictured step-by-step recipe cards. It's never been easier. I personally love HelloFresh as a way to get exposure to new recipes, make my life a bit easier as a busy 20-year-old in the city. And I love that it's worry-free, it's super easy, it's convenient, and gets delivered straight to my door. Go to HelloFresh.com/50Ray and use code 50Ray for 50% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/50RAE and use code 50Ray, 50RAE for 50% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit, and thank you for sponsoring today's episode of Morning Ray.
This is the smell of the leftover tuna fish sandwich you left in your lunchbox over the weekend in a wimpy trash bag.
Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy!
Blech! And this is the smell of that same sandwich in a Hefty Ultra Strong trash bag.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
Ah, smell the difference? Hefty Ultra Strong has Arm & Hammer with continuous odor control, so no matter what's inside your trash, you can stay one step ahead of stinky. And for bigger jobs, try the superior strength of Hefty Large Black Bags.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
You know, talking a lot it's a little draining on the throat, but I love it. I love it. We love it so much. Okay. Number 2, how to thrive in your 20s, say yes, and challenge yourself. And what I mean by this is to be open-minded to new experiences and opportunities. And this isn't just in work. This is also in your social life, like in all areas of your life. I feel like when we are children, we are so curious and we are fearless and we'll put ourselves into so many different things. We'll try soccer, we'll try kickboxing, we'll try dance, gymnastics, all these different sports. But as soon as we get older, we don't want to do anything that we don't know we're good at or won't be good at. And we kind of close ourselves off. And anything that kind of makes us feel a bit uncomfortable, for the most part, we tend to say no. But what I've learned in the past few years is when I have challenged myself to say yes more and to be open-minded and to be curious and to put myself in these uncomfortable positions. Like when I say uncomfortable, I don't mean put yourself in a position where it's unsafe and you're putting yourself at risk. When I say put yourself in an uncomfortable position, I mean do something where maybe you don't feel as super confident or it's new to you. Like maybe you're going to an event or plans where you don't know everyone, or maybe you're trying a new workout class, or maybe you're going to a restaurant that serves a type of food you don't normally have, or you like, I don't know, or a dish or something. Like just really encourage yourself to be curious and open-minded and try to look at the glass as half full as opposed to half empty. Like really reframe that mindset and be excited about being uncomfortable, because you're not going to grow if you are constantly in a state of comfort. Yes, it's really great to find comfort in whatever area of life you are in, but there needs to be a little discomfort in order for you to grow and evolve as a person emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, like in all areas. Like we don't grow and evolve as humans if we're constantly comfortable. Growth comes from discomfort, and soon that area where you feel that discomfort will become comfortable, and then you'll have to find something new. But if you don't challenge yourself and push yourself to try these new experiences, to be curious, to open those doors, you'll never know, and you'll kind of just stay stagnant in who you are as a person. And you could disagree with me, but I think it's kind of boring to just like stay the same person. Like I want to constantly evolve and like reach and change myself and challenge myself, you know, like kind of think about like Taylor Swift. Like she's had 1,000,001 rebrandings of herself. And I think it's really helped her in developing and becoming the person who she is today. And I can say the same for myself. Like I feel like there has been 1,000,001 different versions of Alana, and right now, obviously, like the current one is like the best version yet. I kind of think like every single time Apple releases a new iPhone, it gets better and better and better. Think of that as every single time you challenge yourself and push yourself to try new experiences and to put yourself in a state of discomfort, you are becoming a better and better version of yourself, and you're leveling up. Like you are upgrading yourself, you know, like it's a good thing. So say yes and challenge yourself more. Wow, I don't know why my throat is getting so dry today. Maybe it's because I'm slightly hungover, and maybe it's because I'm barely drinking any water. So I'm going to drink some water instead of coffee, because you know coffee is dehydrating, but we're going to have some water now. And this is your sign to also take a sip of your water, get that 2 liters for the day in, like hydrate yourself with water. Water is so important. I feel like we're always drinking a million other things besides water, but water underratedly is amazing for yourself. Okay, how to thrive in your 20s. We've set routines for ourselves. We have encouraged ourselves to say yes and to challenge ourselves. And now we're discussing the top 5 people that we surround ourselves with, okay? I really do want to continually bring up this subject of you truly are the top 5 people that you spend your most time with. And you also are the top 5 people or creators or whatever whose content you consume on social media. And that's because you're constantly seeing their content on social media, and it is impacting you to the same degree, if close, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, as the top 5 people you spend time with. When you think about the top 5 people that you spend the most amount of time with, think about how they impact you in terms of how you think and speak to yourself, the activities that you are doing, the type of lifestyle you are living, and compare it to where you want to go and how you want that lifestyle and your mindset and the type of person you want to be in the future. You are influenced more than you think you are by these top 5 people. So if you are surrounding yourself with people who you don't really aspire to be like, you don't want to really capture the type of lifestyle or that they're living or be the type of person that they are, then I think you really have to evaluate, like, do you want these people to be continuously in your life to the highest level that they are right now? And it can be really tough, like shedding those friendships and getting rid of toxic friendships and people that are no longer serving you. But as Justin Bieber says, some people are in your life for a reason. Some people are in your life for a season. What's the whole line? Some people come into your life for a reason. Some people come into your life for a season, and some people come into your life for a lifetime. And I really do think it's really true. Like, if you reflect on your life, there's so many people that have come in and out of it. There's people who have stayed. There are people, I don't know, that pop in and out, like come and they're a part of your life for a bit, then they're not, then they are, then they aren't, or whatever. But really think about the type of life that you want to live and see if anyone exists within like your social circle that isn't aligned with that. Because I think as soon as I start to surround myself with people who were really on the same level and had the same mindset as to what type of life I wanted to live and the type of person I wanted to be, it only brought me closer to that. And it only inspired me more and encouraged me to be that type of person even more and to go after those goals and those dreams. So really surround yourself with the individuals who are in alignment of the type of lifestyle you want to live and the type of person you want to be. And the same goes with who you follow on social media. Like, really evaluate, like, are the people whose content I'm consuming on my Instagram, on my TikTok feed, are they really benefiting me? Is it something that inspires me? Do I want to be like that person? If the answer is yes, then keep following them. If the answer is no, maybe mute or unfollow them. You don't really want to be consuming the content that isn't in line with what you want and what you're aspiring to be. And I really think this also goes back into like manifestation, because I really do think if you're constantly around people that are pushing you towards like this greater good of like what you want, you are more likely going to be attracting the energy that you're putting out and attracting the energy of those manifestations. And this isn't just for friendships. It's also the people you are dating. If you are casually dating, or if you have a partner, if you have a serious boyfriend or girlfriend or whomever, a life partner, like really evaluate, like, are they in alignment with like the type of lifestyle you see for yourself and the life you envision for yourself? Like, really think about that. Guys, I don't know why my throat is so dry. Oh my God. Okay. We're heading into our last little segment. Wow, this episode, it's already been like 30 minutes that I've been recording. This is wild. But anyways, so thriving in your 20s, little recap again. I always love to keep going over the recap so I can really drill it into your heads and so that you can remember and have good takeaways. But 1, set a routine for yourself. Get into good habits of caring for yourself in your space, laundry, cleaning, grocery shopping, workouts, meal planning, your sleep. Your sleep. Remember your sleep. Get that 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, okay? Say yes and challenge yourself. Put yourself in areas of discomfort. If you're always comfortable, you're never going to grow. You're never going to change. You're never going to evolve as a person. Be curious. Be open-minded. Challenge yourself. And the top 5 people you surround yourself, make sure they're in alignment of the type of person you want to be and the life you envision. The top 5 people whose content you consume, make sure it's in alignment with that, and make sure it's the same for the person that you're dating and your partner. And lastly, now on to educate yourself. Educate yourself in financial literacy. It's never too early to start figuring out your retirement savings plan, your investment portfolios. I'm not super educated in financial literacy. I know a little bit about it, but I work with a financial advisor to help me. I speak to my dad. I speak to my dad's friends. I speak to my guy friends who I feel like are pretty educated. I listen to podcasts, and I've started an RSP, which is like my retirement savings plan. I have a TFSA. I have mutual funds. Like, it's very different to every single person. But if you take one takeaway from this, make sure you have a savings account, and also start to invest your money. Like, most of your money, personally, this is what I think. Obviously, speak to a financial advisor and someone who is a financial professional before you do anything with your money. But this is just what I do. And what I always like discuss with my friends. But when money is in your checking account, it's not growing. But if it's in a savings account, it's going to grow, but it's going to grow slowly. And if it's in an investment, then it's going to grow even faster. And you may have ups and downs in the investments, but because you are young, the sooner you start, the greater return you're going to see by the time you retire, right? Or by the time you're going to buy a house, put a down payment on a house, or pay off like your student loan or whatever. It will give it more time to grow. So really, like, explore, be curious, like, educate yourself in financial literacy. Don't just keep pushing it to the back burner. Like, really take a hold of your finances and your income, and see like where you can like put some money aside for savings. And even if it's like $5, $2, $10, maybe it's $100, whatever it is, like, it's never too small. It's always going to be something, and it will always grow. So talk to a financial advisor at your bank if that's like that. You can always look there. But now is the time. The sooner, the better. And we are going to be financially smart queens in our 20s. And I actually do have an episode on financial literacy. It's a bit older. I don't remember exactly what episode it is, but I will put it in the show notes. Hopefully I remember to put it in the show notes. I'll make a note for myself. But I did have someone come on and talk about financial literacy and investing and budgeting and everything. So educate yourself, and it's cool to be educated on your finances and to be curious about these things and to take advantage of it. See if your company has, I know, like, okay, so in Canada, it's an RRSP. In the States, it's a something 300. A 401k. Okay. In the States, it's called a 401k. In Canada, it's an RSP. But I know a lot of corporations, if you're working at one, they'll match like whatever percentage you're putting aside from your monthly paycheck. I'm pretty sure. So look into options at your company. Even see, like, if you work for a public company, which means like they're traded on the stock exchange, see what stock options they have for employees and get curious and ask those questions. And that is also like a really great way to start investing. There's also apps like Wealthsimple. You can also invest through your bank. And yeah, so educate yourself. It's cool to be educated. There's also a book. I forgot what the book is called, but it's like badass finance. I don't know. Let's see if this even comes up. Okay. Yes. Okay. There is a book. I haven't read it, but I've heard really great things of it. I've read other books by Jen Sincero. I think that's how you pronounce it. But she has a book called You Are a Badass at Making Money. Yeah. So I've read like the You Are a Badass book, which is like a really motivational book. Also recommend reading that. But she has a You Are a Badass at Making Money. And I believe it's a really good book. I've been told amazing things about it. I actually want to read it. It's You Are a Badass at Making Money, the Master the Mindset of Wealth. It's available on Amazon. You can get it on Kindle audiobook in your bookstore. It's by Jen Sincero, but educate yourself, be curious. There's so many books that you can also get. There's so many audiobooks. I know, podcasts. I don't know why I said audiobooks. I know that The Skinny Confidential has had a lot of people come on and talk about finances, and they all have many different perspectives. So you can also check those out as well. But to summarize, how to best thrive in your 20s, set a routine for yourself, say yes and challenge yourself. Be aware of the top 5 people you are surrounding yourself with and whose content you're consuming on social media, and educate yourself. Be better at your financial literacy. And I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Morning Ray. If you made it to this point, hello, thank you. I love you so much. And I've been loving all of you guys tagging me on your Instagram stories, tagging the Morning Ray podcast on your Instagram stories when you're listening. Really does make my day. It makes my week. I love seeing it. But I love you guys so much. If you like this episode, make sure to leave a little rating and review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You can leave ratings there now. Make sure to subscribe. I love you guys so much, and we'll chat soon. Bye, guys.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, oh, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.